welcome back to Cooking with Legs. I am excited. I am. This is one of my favorite things to eat ever. When I go to heaven, I want Saint Peter to be standing there with a piece of this. This is that good. Um, Crawfish bread. I absolutely love crawfish bread. And I had been wanting to record this earlier, but I don't know why I didn't. I guess I'm kind of a bad man for that. But oh man, I growing up and living in New Orleans almost my entire life, I used to look forward to the Jazz Fest because I would stand in line for 45 minutes to an hour for a piece of this, and just like a small piece of this. Oh God, it was so good. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. And this is really, really close to that. I think I use a different cheese than they do, and I kind of prefer mine just a little bit more. But having it from the creator of it has a special meaning. In any event, what are we going to use to make? What are we going to do to make this? Well, first, we're going to use the Holy Trinity. We're going to use some salt, pepper, some onion, bell pepper, celery, and I mixed red and green, half and half. And we're going to have the Pope. Got to have the Pope. Got to have the garlic in there. We're going to cook down the Trinity first. When that's almost cooked down a little bit, add in the garlic just so it gets fragrant. And then we're going to drop in, when that's done, we're going to drop in some green onion because we want the green onion to cook all the way. I want that color in here. I want that crispness from it. Um, I'm going to turn the heat when all this is soft and ready to go. Then we're going to add in some mayo. And for mayo, I use Duke's or Blue Plate. Kind of best to stick with that. And a little bit of mustard. I wish to God we could find Zatarain's Creole mustard up here, but I can't find it anywhere. But any whole grain mustard does work well. Just a touch of that, and your cheeses. Again, I use mozzarella. You can use the Monterey Jack and sharp cheddar. Monterey Jack and sharp cheddar half and half works really well for this. Um, Now, the major part of this, though, is the crawfish. Do not, the 11th commandment in the Bible says, thou shalt not use Chinese crawfish. Thou shalt not use Chinese crawfish. The texture is different, the flavor's off. You want to make sure you use Louisiana crawfish. And when you're buying this stuff, do not pay attention to if there's a little picture of Louisiana on it and if it says Louisiana. Because even Louisiana, they sell something Boudreaux's crawfish. Guess what? Boudreaux's crawfish with a big picture of the state is from China. No, 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 not okay. That is not okay with me. So use Louisiana. If you look at the back, it'll say where it's from, say product of USA, and then it'll have the address of where it came from. This is from Eunice, Louisiana. It's called Rice Lake Crawfish. This is fantastic. This is perfect. And yes, I found this at a grocery store up here locally near Cleveland, Ohio. I love it. So you're also going to want to use bread. If you're close to the New Orleans area, you could probably find the Leidenheimer's little French pistolettes. That's what they use for the real thing. Use that if you can find it. If you can't, I've used French bread that I found is very similar to New Orleans French bread. My pop it in the oven for 15, 20 minutes. Take it out. It'll be nice and crispy and outside soft. And so we'll cut it. We'll put the stuff on the inside. We'll slap it together. We'll cut it down into little smaller pieces. Roll it up in foil. Drop it in the oven at 350 for about 15 to 20 minutes. And it's perfect. Anyway, let's get started with cooking the filling. All right, now we got the skillet on. We're just going to put a little bit of butter in. Let that melt a little bit. We want to medium butter. And again, you want to keep it medium to medium low. You don't want the butter to brown. Going to add the Trinity in. Get that started. To the Trinity, I want to add some salt, pepper, garlic powder, and a little bit of Cajun blend seasoning. And this is my blend, which isn't very spicy, so I had to stop the amount later when we had the crawfish. But now I just make it the flavors and then get everything kind of started. I'm just going to let that cook till it gets nice and soft. That's we're about halfway there right here. If you take a look, you can kind of tell. See where we're on our way to. Onions are about where I want, so we'll go ahead and drop in the garlic. And then we'll give that a few seconds, and then we'll drop in the... We're just going to work that garlic in for about 30 seconds. I'm going to drop the heat down a little bit. Then I'll add in the crawfish. It's not like you're getting Louisiana seasoned crawfish tails. You're just getting Louisiana crawfish tails. Some people do, things with them that don't require them to be spicy. Can't imagine what a thing would be, but apparently that's the thing. Oh yeah, babe. All right. I'll go ahead and drop the green onions down with it. Has some slap the mama. I'm gonna give them a little bit of heat. Not spicy, spicy, but just enough heat so you know you're eating something that's, from home. Kind of season. So just want to heat this enough for the crawfish to get heated through. So like I said, they are cooked already. So just want to heat up, and then we're going to kill the heat all together. And we'll start putting the, the liquids in, if you will. Dukes. Roughly you want to look at maybe between a quarter and a half a cup. Just between 3 and 4 tablespoons of that. And preferably Zatarain's Creole mustard if you can find it. If you can't, you're left with no other option but a half a tablespoon of regular ground mustard. Just kind of fold all that in together. You see there's not a whole lot of liquid in that pan. That's kind of what you want. You don't want to have a lot of liquid because you don't want it to soak into the bread and for the bread to get real soggy. It's one of the reasons for cooking those vegetables so far out is you want to get the liquid to kind of go away. Put the heat off right now. It's roughly about maybe a little better than 4 ounces of the cheese. Don't use that store brand stuff in a bag, box, or a box for that matter. Just shred it yourself. Don't be lazy. The flavor will pay you back later. All right, so to stuff the bread, first thing that we're going to do is take the bread and cut it in threes. This piece we'll cut in threes because it's short. Go ahead and cut each piece in half. Open it like you would make a sandwich. That's a better way to put it. There we go. Just a little bit of cheese on both sides. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. Beautiful sight. That on the inside, you want it's kind of thick. Think of it like you're making a crawfish po' boy. Think of it that way. Put the lid on and you wrap it nice and tight. I'm going to do that same thing to the other three. So it's been 20 minutes. I don't know how long I've been wanting to make this for my wifey. 20, 25 minutes. I'm going to unroll it. Look at the beautifulness that is the crawfish bread.